In our Health Watch report, in 2016, drug overdoses killed 64,000 Americans. Experts say most of the increase in overdose deaths is due to opioid addiction. Local 3's Shelley Botat has more.
Experts call it a health crisis, opioids claiming lives and destroying families. What experts say all parents need to know.
He's my most sensitive, sweet kid out of all of them, out of all four.
Rick Van Warner says his family never saw it coming. One day at age 16, their middle son never came home from school. Frantic, Rick distributed flyers with this photo of his missing son and began to piece together a shocking story of addiction.
Initially, we had no idea that the problem that we were dealing with was so severe that he had fallen into OxyContin and was getting that at the school.
After days of searching, Rick found his son in an abandoned building. It was the start of a tumultuous battle. Tommy has been brought back from the brink of death twice and relapsed 14 times. Dr. Lippy Roy is a nationally recognized expert in addiction medicine.
Addiction is a chronic medical disease, a disease of the brain that's relapsing and remitting. So relapse is expected. It is not a sign of moral weakness or failure.
Dr. Roy says the goal in the addiction field used to be abstinence from drugs. She says now there's a move toward what's called harm reduction with programs like needle exchange and access to overdose reversing drugs like naloxone.
These are interventions that actually reduce harm to the drug user. So it's about respecting a person and meeting them where they're at.
Van Warner says he has spent more than $200,000 on his son's recovery. His son is now 26 and has a job. Rick says his family takes life one day at a time.
He's a tremendously smart, loving person. And has a heart of gold, and I would never, ever, there's nothing he could do that would ever make me give up on him.
Rick recently published a book about his family's ordeal and son's struggle with addiction called On Pills and Needles. And that's your Health Watch. I'm Shelley Botat, Local 3 News.